And now, set to make his way to the cage fighting, out of the blue corner, Danillo, Caterpillar, Belluardo.
Untouchable Empire, double MG. Rich, you hear me? Yeah. I swerve in my Porsche. I cruise in my Chevy. Her pussy deep is my voice. My Cuban McKee. I just bought out the bar. Got these bitches
so what were you doing when you were 21 years old? If your answer is fighting on stadium shows, then you and Danilo Belluardo have something in common. Big stakes in this one. Jimmy, Belluardo has a legitimate, strong grappling background. This is no walkover for A.J. McKee.
It is not. He's undefeated, 5-0, and he's a big, physical featherweight. A.J. McKee generally, I think, able to physically dominate a lot of his opponents. He's gonna have trouble doing that tonight. And Belluardo, I like when he came in here, his attitude in the interviews, he is not intimidated.
And now, his opponent ready to make his way to the cage fighting, out of the red corner, A.J. the Mercenary McKee.
Sharp-dressed man. As MMA approaches a quarter century, the modern era, the next generation, the now generation of MMA stars, they grew up watching the legends when they were kids. Randy, Chuck, Rampage. But A.J. McKee didn't see him on TV. He saw them at the gym, live, with his dad. He was destined from a very young age to be here.
Yeah, he grew up in the gym. Nothing will make you feel older than I was supposed to fight his father, Antonio McKee.
The Tale of the Tape brought to you by Dave & Buster's, the only place to eat, drink, play, and watch sports.
And look at the records, undefeated, 5-0 and 3-0. It's all on the line tonight.
Bellator MMA presented by Miller Lite now moves to the featherweight division. Set for 3 5-minute rounds is brought to you by Icy Hot, Smart Relief, Tense Therapy, Turn Off Back Pain. And now, first introducing the blue corner at 5'11", weighing 66.05 kilos, 145.4 pounds. His professional record stands undefeated at 5-0 from Milano, Italia. Introducing Danillo Caterpillar Belluardo. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the red corner at 5'10", weighing in 65.95 kilos, 145.5 pounds. As a professional, he stands undefeated as well, bringing 3 wins without a defeat, hailing from and fighting out of Long Beach, California, USA. Introducing A.J. the Mercenary McKee. And the referee in charge of the action, Big John McCarthy.
Who has been doing this since before either of these fighters were born.
Very experienced.
John, if you're watching this later, that was Jimmy who said that.
I meant that in a good way. Seasoned.
You ready? You ready? Let's get it on.
The fight clock in round 1 brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Cheers. It's Miller time. It hasn't taken A.J. McKee long to get to Miller time in his first 3 fights. Took some damage in his last fight. That was the learning experience.
Yeah, severely cut. And I like the way he dealt with that. He turned it on and got a finish before the cut became a factor.
It's hard to imagine elite athletes who have been around it the time they were kids. Steph Curry, Barry Bonds, who were with their dads, watching them at the highest level and grew up in it.
And combat sports, that's been around for a long time. The Mayweather family, things like that. You grow up in the gym.
Download the new and improved Bellator MMA mobile app for exclusive videos, fighter stats, upcoming events, and ticket information. And we got some big events coming up this spring. You can also become the 4th judge and score every round live with other fans, available now for iOS and Android.
And what I wondered if AJ would have trouble with is a guy who's an inch taller than him. He's not used to seeing that at featherweight. He's usually the taller guy. Belluardo, as far as physically, has the length, he has the size, he has the height, but AJ so far dealing with it with his speed. Great way to negate the height. AJ has great awareness, especially for a young fighter.
Pros and cons of the hands, the way he's holding it.
He invites guys to come forward, which is good if you have faith in your awareness, if you have faith in your counter-striking. You want to bait a guy in, but you can take a good shot and regret that decision pretty quick. You see Belluardo, I think, so far, having trouble with the speed of AJ McKee. Hasn't gotten his own offense going.
We've said this so many times, 2 undefeated fighters. The danger when you don't know what you don't know. About being in trouble. About how far you can get pushed. Belluardo has not been in there with an athlete like AJ McKee.
Look at that lead right hand. Belluardo just never saw it coming.
Stop. Time. Stand right there. Time. Get over here.
That's a good way to stop a guy's offense.
All right.
The break Belluardo needed.
Take your time.
Not 5 minutes to give here. You have 5 minutes to spend if you're John McCarthy.
Now, Belluardo, when I talked about this fight, he said, I don't see anything special in AJ McKee.
Okay.
I don't see anything extraordinary. You wonder if he's seeing something extraordinary now.
What is he thinking right now during this stoppage? Now flashing back to the last 3 minutes.
He's thinking about, how do I stop this kid's offense? How do I negate his speed? So far, he hasn't been able to do it.
What do you do when you see something or don't see something coming at you you've never seen before, like this? Yeah, Belluardo in trouble. That left got through. AJ McKee pouring it on, and it's done. 4-0, 4 first-round finishes, 4 backflips, and AJ McKee keeps on rolling.
2 undefeated fighters, 2 fighters looking to make a name, and it wasn't even close. A wipeout for AJ McKee.
AJ McKee, 4 professional wins. He has yet to spend 10 minutes inside the Bellator cage in compiling them. And there goes the undefeated run for Danillo Belluardo. We'll talk to AJ next. This fight ended during the low blow stoppage. Danillo Belluardo figured out he had no idea what he was going to do. AJ McKee came roaring out of it. The left knocked him down. A good stoppage by John McCarthy, jumping in quickly before any more damage was done. Belluardo was down for a long time after that knockout inflicted by AJ McKee, who goes to 4-0 in impressive fashion. Michael C. Williams will make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, it ends officially 2 minutes, 44 seconds into round number 1 by TKO. The winner, and still undefeated, the mercenary AJ McKee.
His future is so bright, he has to wear those shades. AJ McKee goes to 4-0. He's with Jimmy.
AJ, they call you the mercenary. Mercenaries show no mercy. That's what happened tonight. No answer for your speed. Is that how it felt?
Yeah, man, it was great. You know, first of all, I want to give all the glory to the man upstairs. Without him, it wouldn't be possible. Second of all, I want to thank Scott Coker for believing in me, signing me to the organization. But, hey, I want to make 2 things clear real quick. When Scott Coker signed AJ Mercenary McKee to the division, he signed me up to do 2 things. 1, kick ass. 2, entertain the people. So if you don't know me, get to know me. This is just the beginning. Thanks for coming out, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight.
There comes a time when every prospect becomes a contender, takes on the big names, takes on the established talent in the division. Who do you have your eye on? Because I know you have it on somebody.
If you ain't got that belt, I don't have my eye on you. So everybody's talking about the divisions on lock. Well, guess what? McKee's got the key, and I'm opening it back up. Anybody feels otherwise, come step in this cage and test it out.
He's ready for anybody. Give it up for him. A.J. McKee, ladies and gentlemen.
The young Lions continue to roar in 2016 in Bellator. Add A.J. McKee to that list with a very bright future that's becoming an even brighter present.